Hello, friends. Welcome back to Spill the Wine. I'm Andrea Morris, and of course, you know that this is a podcast about wine, debunking theories that wine can only be enjoyable if it's expensive, and that you have to know something about wine in order to enjoy it. So we are today very, very lucky to be visiting with Franc from Commisso, which I must say is one of my favorite wineries in the area. So thank you very much, Franc, for having us today.
Yes, thank you for visiting.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. So before we get started, well, actually, we are getting started. Why don't you tell me a little bit about Commisso and how you got started?
Well, I've been a grocer my whole life, and then a few years ago we sold our chain of supermarkets, and I've always lived on this land. I was born in Toronto, and my dad moved the family onto the farm here when I was 8 years old. So I went to school in the area. I grew up in the area. I loved the area. I loved the land. So when I had less grocery store responsibilities, my wife and I decided to make wines and open a little winery. And now it's growing, and it's not as little anymore, but it's still one of the smaller wineries. We grow phenomenal grapes on this land. All the fruit that grows on this land, we're on clay, and we are on the top of a vine mount, so we get great sunshine. So it doesn't matter whether it's grapes or apples or peaches or plums. The fruit is always very sweet, very flavorful. So our yield per acre is in the 3 to 4 tons per acre, which is less than half of the normal yield. So we're focused on quality, producing quality grapes, and then you can make quality wine from those grapes. So we have several vintages, and if you want, we can talk about them and get right into them.
Definitely. What year did you first open the winery?
We got our license in 2017. And
was that a hard process?
No. I got a lot of help from the various government agencies. It takes time. Everything takes time, but it went through fine. Yes, yeah. So anyway, the thing that I believe in is, and I believe this because I've been a merchandiser or retailer my whole life, is quality and affordable. People need to eat. They need to enjoy wine. And so the things that we sell have to be affordable, but good quality.
Which is awesome, because so many people have this misconception that wine can only be great if it's very expensive, or if it's from California, or from, Italy or France. But I think that I've tasted your wines, and they are very amazing. So I'm excited to try them with our listeners and to talk about the process and to talk about your favorite wines and the wines that you think best represent Commisso as a winery.
When you talk about quality, VQA wines, I will put VQA wines up against wines from all over the world. Australia, Italy, California, France. We have great wines in Ontario.
I think we do as well, but let's explain for the listener who might not know what VQA means.
Well, VQA is a quality control process, just like many of the other quality process controls that are in effect in France and Europe and so on. So it's Vintners Quality Alliance is what it stands for. So the grapes have to be grown under strict controls. They have to be managed. The wines have to be processed. The grapes have to be processed, and the wines made according to standards laid out by VQA. And then before you can sell a bottle, it has to be analyzed by the VQA and LCBO labs to make sure that it's a quality standard that meets the VQA standard.
Now, is that for every wine that you sell in your winery, or is that specifically for wines that you sell every wine?
Every wine that gets labeled VQA goes through the same process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I at one point I thought it was only for wines that were sold in the LCBO, which is, for the listener who's not from Canada, that's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. So we have our wines that we have to buy in those stores.
No, it's for all VQA wines. They all have to meet the same quality standards.
Gotcha. Well, enough talking about wine, Frank. Let's drink some.
Well,
What are we going to start with?
You tell me where you want. You want to start with the bubbly? We have a wonderful.
Yeah, of course.
We have a wonderful 2022 sparkling Chardonnay, and we launched this Chardonnay with the Eclipse, and we went through quite a few bottles during the Eclipse, so it was a very enjoyable, basically a whole day, and we made pasta primavera for no, I'm sorry, pasta aglio and olio, so pasta with garlic and olive oil. For our guests, together with this wine, and everyone enjoyed it immensely.
Well, I'm going to now taste this amazing wine. Oh, it's delightful. It's just got, the bubbles are lovely. It's not too sweet. You can really taste almost the butteriness of the Chardonnay as well.
Yes,
it's really lovely, lovely sparkly. It's my favorite way to start a wine tasting. I must say, I'm a sparkly girl. I love my bubbles.
Well, we're very proud of this sparkling Chardonnay, and we have a very affordable price of $24.95.
That's great for a Chardonnay, for a bubbly rather.
Yeah.
Because so many are so expensive, like up into the $40 range. But again, I love that your mantra is make it affordable and make it good.
Yes.
Like, that's absolutely fantastic.
It's much easier to enjoy when you're not paying too much for it.
Well, you know what? You can enjoy it without guilt.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I don't have to mortgage my house to buy this fabulous sparkling wine. I'm letting Lukas, our producer, have a little taste as well so that he's in on it.
So the next one, would you like to try our Pinot Gris?
Oh, of course.
We have an acreage of...
This is like, I have to say, though, I'm going back to the sparkling. I love it. It's just like, it's so refreshing. And especially when the weather is really hot like it is today, it's just so, I don't know, it just gives you this taste of like relaxation in a glass.
Yes. Yeah. So
there you go. You can use that.
My nephew came and we had a sandwich last week, and we had a bottle of this with a sandwich out in our gazebo. It was delightful.
It really is. It's lovely. It's just, and again, the price point is absolutely fantastic.
I'm going to shift to our rosé next.
Yay.
Okay. So we make a wonderful rosé, which is a combination of whites with a gamay. And
are you the winemaker here, Frank, or do you have one?
I work very closely with a couple of senior winemakers, actually three, and each one has a strength in different areas, and so I enjoy working with those folks. A couple of them are my age, so they've been around.
He's 29.
So just try that rosé and see what you think of that.
It's a really lovely color. It's a very light pink. And how is it like? How do you get the color in a rosé? Often people ask that. Like, well, is it because of the different grapes, or is it because of skin contact?
It's the different wines that you blend. You know, in our case, we blend to get our rosé.
It smells lovely. Like a little bit of cherry, maybe, I'm thinking, or strawberry. Oh. Frank, you're killing me. This is this is amazing. The taste is like strawberries in my mouth.
Yes.
It's like I just picked strawberries in a field and made them into wine, but it's not sweet. It's just really lovely.
We sell this rosé all year round, but it's a great summer drink. You know, served cold with some fruit or with a light sandwich. It's
wonderful.
It's a summer drink.
Yeah. And what was the blend on that again?
So we have Chardonnay there, we have some Vidal, and we have Gamay.
It's interesting because you don't see a lot of Vidal in El Rosé.
Vidal has a wonderful flavor of its own, and you're tasting some of the Vidal flavor notes in that wine.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah. I think Vidal is underrated. It makes lovely whites and lovely blending, you know, it makes lovely blends.
You don't see a lot of people actually having just a plain Vidal, though.
No, you have to...
It's more of a blend wine?
Yeah, you have to brush it up with some Chardonnay or some Pinot Gris.
Is that like a German wine, a Vidal, or no?
No,
I
it's
grape,
a hybrid.
A hybrid?
It's a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not sure of the background of the Vidal.
I could drink this all day.
Well, if you like, we can move on to our Pinot Gris.
I kind of want to talk about this a little more
Yeah.
because I'm enjoying it so much. It's just so lovely. It's like, so who comes up with that concept of blending which grapes? Do you just kind of talk about
it's
it,
team.
or
It's the team.
Yeah.
So we take several containers of wines that we want to blend, and we use measurements, and we say, okay, if we put so much of this and so much of that one, this is the result, and this is put together by our team, and so far they've done a great job.
yeah? Then do you like if it's not tasting? Do you put it like just do some in a barrel first and then taste it first and go like, do we tweak this? Do we add something, or do you just let the wine be?
Once you've measured it into some beakers and tasted it, then you go ahead and make blend the quantity together that you want to bottle and go with it. Yeah.
So I see your vats behind us. Do you blend it there first and then barrel it?
Yes. Yeah. Depending on the size of the bottling, you use the right tank, and you do your filtering and prepare it for bottling.
And how long do you leave it in a vat before you decide to?
Depends on the wines.
Mm-hmm.
The rosé, we don't leave it very long, because it's blended, and we just bottle it.
And you don't barrel it?
No, this is not barreled. This is a
interesting.
fresh. This allows us to be $16.95, which is affordable for
what?
For this. Yeah.
That's great. See, we're breaking down the barriers that a great wine has to cost a ton of money, because this is an absolutely spectacular $16.95 rosé.
Thank you.
It's honestly, like I have to walk out of here with a case of that.
We're very proud of.
You should be, Frank. It's absolutely lovely.
So our Pinot Gris is also a wine that we're very proud of. So a couple weeks ago, my wife and I were at an event in Toronto at the Chirilo's Culinary Academy, and it was a fundraiser for autistic kids. And so I took some of our 2021 Cabernet Franc and some of this Pinot Gris. And I can tell you, it was a sophisticated crowd, because it was on the Esplanade downtown Toronto, and they loved both of the wines.
That's great.
This Pinot Gris, we grow the grapes on our acreage at the corner of Number 8 Highway and Cherry Avenue, and we have an acreage of Pinot Gris there. And it's, I think it's some of the nicest Pinot Gris grown in the area. The land is, the soil is fantastic. The vines produce amazing Pinot Gris. And if you like, I'll give you a taste of this one.
It must get a lot of sun in that area too.
Yes, yeah. It's so that, Pinot Gris is, in my opinion, it has a lot of characteristics of a red wine, but it's white, so it has, it's a bigger wine. It's a bolder wine.
It's got a really lovely nose. Kind of peachy peary, I think. I know that sounds weird.
No. Well,
but you know what? As I've said to the listeners earlier on our first episode, everyone's palate and everyone's nose is different. Yes. So what I smell or taste, you might not smell or taste. So it's like, and there's nothing to actually feel bad about that. It's just that we're all individuals.
The important thing is that you enjoy it, because there are wines that you enjoy more than other wines.
There are some wines I definitely do not like.
Yeah, they're friendly to your taste buds and your palate, and you just enjoy them. So those are the wines you should drink.
But it's funny that even like some years as you age, I think too, something that you liked maybe 10 years ago, you like, and you didn't like, you like now.
There's that. And it's also the time of day or the mood you're in or the people you're with and the food that you're combining. So there's a lot of different elements that go into whether you're going to enjoy that glass of wine.
And also year by year. I mean,
yes.
What year is this? Is this Pinot Gris?
Yes, this is our 21. I'm sorry, 2020.
Of 2020, lovely year for wine.
Yeah.
Except for COVID. But a 2021 might taste completely different.
Our 21 is already bottled,
Mm-hmm.
and I really like it.
This has a really lovely, smooth finish.
Yes.
It's like it tastes like a blanket on the back of my tongue. It's just like it's really comforting almost. And it's like, but it's got a really lovely taste to it. Not citrusy, which I find with some Pinot Gris. It's like more like I said, I kind of taste that little Perry apple-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but it's really nice and warm. But I can imagine that with a nice light pasta.
Save your palate, because now we're going to go to our reds. So,
what's your favorite of all of your wines?
I get asked that question all the time, and honestly, it fluctuates with the time of day, the mood that I'm in, the people I'm with, and the food.
Of course.
You know, so some foods and some feasts that demand a big, heavy red, which we have, and there are others that say, no, I like my entry-level red blend, which we're going to taste next.
Which would be like with the pizza, probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pizza
or burgers.
Nibbling on some cheese. Yeah.
Who doesn't love that?
So our winemaker's selection, this is a 2019, and this particular one has, I would say, about 50% Pinot Noir in it. It has some Cabernet Franc and a little bit of Fauche and Baco Noir, but small percentages. And this, the thing about this wine that I'm finding, because we have this wine in several supermarkets, and we also take it out to farmers markets in Burlington and Grimsby and so on. And once people taste this at $14.95, then it's an instant sale. Tell me what you think of it. Take a look at the color. Take a look at the
listener. The color
nose.
is beautiful. It's like kind of like I'm trying to see it's kind of like a plum, but not really. It's just got, and I'm looking at you through the bottom of it. It's just like a beautiful, beautiful red.
Yeah, I think that's
with lovely lovely legs on it as well. And we already know what legs are. If you don't, go back and listen to podcast number 1. Oh, it's so warm and inviting. Like nice cherry finish to it, but not overly heavy. Just kind of a lighter red, which I can see like this would be great even in hot weather to sit outside and sip and have with a pizza, have with a light pasta.
Yes. This wine is one that we are offering to the LCBO.
Oh, that's delightful.
With the LCBO now allowing wines into all supermarkets. So we are putting together a group of wines, in the $15 to $25 range.
Yeah.
That are great wines that go with foods. And we're really excited about being able to work with LCBO and the provincial government in terms of getting our wines onto supermarket shelves. So this is one of our big initiatives, and this is one of the wines that we will be presenting.
Are you allowed to do tastings in supermarkets?
Yeah, we do that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We partner with Arla Cheese, and so people can have some cheese and wine while they're doing their grocery shopping. And when they taste this wine with a piece of cheese, they love it. Well,
what's not to love? It's just like for the price, it's absolutely stunning. And I mean, like I have bought this wine. I'm not unfamiliar with it, but year by year it does change.
Yeah,
it's
we try to hit the similar notes, but the wines that you blend are all slightly different each year. Mother Nature, does her thing, and then you have to sort of roll with it.
Today, listener, it happens to be a very, very hot day here in Ontario, in the Benchland. How does extreme heat affect the grapes?
Well, if it's extreme heat for an extended period of time,
What's extended, like 2 weeks?
yeah, a couple of weeks or
Yeah.
something, then the vines will start to shut down, just like human beings. You got to get out of that heat, so they start to shut down a bit. But so far, we haven't had that problem, and we hope that we don't get that problem, because they will wake up again and go back, but you lose that shutdown period, which is not conducive to high quality grapes.
Is there a way to combat that?
No, not really.
No.
Not really.
You can't,
because
I guess you can't shade your whole vineyard, right?
No. Yeah. Like some people irrigate aerially, but that I don't know how much benefit you get from that. But I think that so far this year we've had a great winter, a great spring. The vines are very vigorous, and the clusters have already bloomed, and now the berries are formed. So we're off to the races.
Does a mild winter help?
Yes. Yeah. You like to have a nice frost to sort of let them go into dormancy nicely, but then you don't need -15s and -20s, and they do just fine at 0.
Now, your winery is located a little bit higher up than most. Can you do ice wines here, or do you have to be closer to the lake for an ice wine?
No, you can do ice wines here, but we already have inventory of ice wines, so we're more focusing on everyday wines right now.
Well, I will have to say that every single wine I've tasted so far is absolutely spectacular. So
now
this is fun.
If you like, we'll move to bigger wine now, bigger red. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon 2021. And so this wine has been barrel aged in new oak barrels for 18 months. It's now been in bottle for 10 months. And I'd like you to taste this one. It's not, Cabernet Sauvignons, in my opinion, I like a nice clean Cabernet Sauvignon that has tannin, that has flavor, and a good alcohol content. But some of the Cabernet Sauvignons that come into Ontario, I find are a little bit, there's too much complexity there that I don't think is part of the grape. I think it's part of the winemaking process. But try this one and let me know what you think.
Beautiful color. It's such a deep, deep red. I love the color of a Cabernet Sauvignon to be dark. I don't know why, it just makes me feel like it's going to be a higher quality.
It is a higher quality. Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh my Lord. Listener, if you could smell this wine, it would smell like heaven. It's just very fruit forward. And if you should make candles out of this. Because I would love to just light this up and have my whole room smell like this wine. It's absolutely a stunning smell. Here, I'm passing this over to Lukas, my producer, who's shaking his head. And yes, absolutely. Oh.
So this is the wine that we tasted at the fundraiser
wow.
for autistic kids.
Here's what I'm just saying. Wow.
Yeah.
This is so lovely, full-bodied, very grapey, but also like just so inviting. Like, I want a steak right now. I'm just telling you. I just like a steak.
Does it feel like a nice clean wine?
It feels like a hug. It feels like wine is hugging me. That's what it feels like to me. It's just like the taste is so spectacular. The nose on that is beautiful. Everything about it is just like so perfect. It just feels like that wine just gave me a big hug.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's just so beautiful. Yes, and Lukas is giving his thumbs up as well. It's just absolutely stunning. I love that I feel like I'm so happy that I live in an area that has wines like this at my doorstep. Affordable and stunningly delicious. Like, Frank, this is lovely.
Yeah. So this wine,
I can see why people went nuts over it.
this wine paired with some of the foods that we serve here. You know, we have a great flatbread pizza. We have Italian style rice balls. You know, we do sandwiches. We do chili. It just pairs very well with all of our foods.
Yes.
And again, affordable foods with affordable wine.
This is the wine. I would expect this wine to be like $60 a bottle. If it was like an Italian wine.
So this is a $39.95 wine.
This is really lovely for that price. Like I would literally, I've tasted wines that are at higher price than this that don't taste this great.
That's good to hear.
This is fantastic.
Thank you. So then now you're all ready to go into a big wine.
Oh, I'm like, I'm still like hugging this one. I don't want to. It's like when my dog cuddles with me in the morning. It's like I'm so happy with my cuddles that I don't want to stop.
You don't want to put it down.
No, it's like we're still cuddling, Frank. Don't rush me. We're having a moment here with this beautiful wine, and
Amazing.
This is the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because 2021, a lot of people didn't think was a great year for wine.
We're very happy with this wine.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Literally, I agree. It's absolutely stunning.
That happens when you have lower yields. You know, when you keep your yield to a light yield, each vine then has the ability to ripen the grapes properly. And so you get a good wine with that. So I'd like you to try our Passamento. Passamento is a word that describes what in Italy is sold as Amarone. Okay, we are not allowed to use that name in Canada because that's a copyrighted name.
Like Prosecco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These are copyrighted names, but the process is the same.
For our listener that doesn't know what a Passamento is, what is the process?
Okay, so a Passamento, you use particular grapes. Some of the grapes that are used in Italy for the Amarone process are grown here in Niagara, but very limited quantities. So we stick with, in our particular case, we stick with Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. And so what we do is we harvest these grapes at their peak of ripeness before frost. And we lay the grapes in little baskets, plastic chests, baskets. We stack them, and then we force air over the grapes for a period of time. And then we use a fan and tunnel system so that the berries dry up. You lose moisture. The stems dry, and so you get. You don't get the bitterness from the stems into the wine when you crush and destem. And the seeds ripen. The seeds finish ripening because that sometime green flavor that you get in wine can come from the stems or the seeds. So when they're done a Passamento style, they actually don't adversely affect the flavor in the wine.
Because you've dried that all out.
Yeah, the moisture's gone, and the seeds are ripened, and the berries are more concentrated. So you've dried up some of the liquid, the water in the berries. So the color, the flavor is more concentrated. So then you process those grapes in a normal way, but you'll have a higher concentration of tannins, of phenolics, and sugar. So you get a little more alcohol in the wine, higher alcohol level, and higher flavor level.
And that's why I find some Passimentos I've tried have been a little sweeter than. Is that because of the dryness of the fruit?
Yeah, and it depends where the winemaker decides to stop the fermentation.
Oh, okay.
You know, some winemakers like their Passimentos to be a little sweeter, and some winemakers like it more dry. I prefer dry.
Yeah, I do as well. I don't like a really sweet Passamento.
Yeah, this one here.
Thank you for that explanation because I think that was for someone who doesn't understand and goes to a store and goes like, why is Appassimento so expensive? It's interesting to know the process of why that is. Oh, that color is so deep and so
It's
like,
between red and black.
well, it's like, yeah. It's like if I was a vampire, that would be a drink of blood. And it smells very sweet, very cherryish, I think. Like it smells like it's just got a much more sweet smell than an aroma, I should say. The nose is more, I'll be snotty now, listener. The nose is like a much sweeter smell than the rest of them.
Yeah, so after the Passamento, this wine was barrel aged for 18 months also.
But it's interesting because it smells sweet, but it doesn't taste sweet.
Yes.
Which is really great. Like I like smelling that, I was thinking this was going to taste like cherry juice. But it's nice and dry,
Yes.
but very, very, very flavorful. It's lovely.
Thank you.
What a pleasant surprise. Because literally, I have smelled so many like Appassimentos that have smelled so sweet, and then I've been like, I thought my teeth would fall out.
Well, this one you'll find that personally at $59.95. I think this is
the legs on that are beautiful.
Great value.
Yeah, the legs are absolutely stunning on that. It's gorgeous. And I love that it doesn't taste like what I thought it would.
I see.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the flavor?
I think the flavor is lovely because it's very like full bodied. But again, like I was expecting, just from smelling it, I was expecting something really sweet to hit me. But it's not that at all. It's just like really lovely. And it's different from any Appassimento I've ever had.
It is.
It's like, yeah, how do you achieve that?
Good grapes, patience, and a great winemaker. You know, it's a process.
But it's something that most people think with the Appassimento that they're going to be very sweet, like slightly sweet.
Well, you know, the fermentation is, you have to stay on top of it. You have to be there, and you have to measure. During fermentation, you have to control the temperature of the wine. You have to control the velocity of the fermentation, and you know, you don't want it to ferment too quickly or too slowly, because that all impacts on the final flavor.
That's stunning.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well,
such a surprise. A real surprise. Like really, like I was expecting something completely different. Yeah. That's an absolutely beautiful wine.
You know, I really appreciate you visiting and tasting these wines. We have in bottle 12 more wines. And I have to tell you that I'm proud of every one of them. And we have 6 wines that are going into LCBO for approval next week, that are in tank, ready for bottling. We have an amazing Gewürztraminer. We have an oaked Chardonnay. We have another white blend. Then we have an unoaked Chardonnay, and we have one wine that has totally surprised me. It's from the Sauvignon grape, and it has a distinctive flavor all its own. They say it's a cousin to the Gewürztraminer, but it's even nicer than the Gewürz. So we have several wines that are going to be going into bottle over the next 5 or 6 weeks, and I look forward to presenting those.
That's very exciting. And I have to say, like, Gewürztraminer is one wine I've not ever been in love with.
Well, I tell you what, I will let you taste this one as soon as it's bottled, and then you tell me what you think.
Okay, because it's like, you know what? The floralness, so many of them have that floral smell that just hits me right in the nose, and I'm like, ugh. But I'm open-minded because I have found one that I really liked, and I'm like, so when someone says to me, okay, try it, you'll like it, I'm open-minded, I will try it.
I already know you're going to like this one because it's very balanced.
Oh, good. Does it have that lychee thing going on? No. Oh, well, I'm very intrigued, Frank. Very intrigued.
I think you might like the way that wine hugs you as well.
Because I'm like still coming back to my like Sauvignon, going like I just want to have a more huggy time. You've done such an amazing job with your winery. I love that you have this concept of making wines affordable, but also of such a high quality. And I think that's so important.
I wouldn't have it any other way. If the wine doesn't turn out the way I like it, it's not going to go on the market. It has to be good.
What's your favorite of all of your wines?
Well, I do like the Cabernet Sauvignon. We have one that we call our Fat Red. Okay, it's in Italian, Rosso Grosso. So the translation of that is a big fat red. And we have the 17 of that one, and I have a 21. The 17 is $59.95, and the 2021 is $39.95. They're both fantastic. I love both of them.
Do you believe in cellaring wines, or do you believe in having your wine ready to drink when you sell it?
A lot of our big reds are they can go either way. You can take them home and drink them and enjoy them, or you can cellar them and they just get better.
Like my cuddle blanket of my Cabernet Sauvignon. It's like my dog cuddling with me. I swear to God, this wine is spectacular. Oh. Like, listener, honestly, you're missing out on something here. But we will have all the info in our show notes, so it'll be perfect.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend time with you, Frank. And your winery is spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
The grounds here, listener, are absolutely beautiful. There's if you have children, there's a playground here. If you play pickleball, there's a pickleball court in the back. It's just stunning to look out over the vineyards and have a glass of wine and just relax here. But if you're not in this area, then I suggest you make a visit.
Well, thank you. It's the winery is a work in progress. Our new winery building is under construction, and the gardens that go around it are being put together. So I'm looking forward. The way it is right now, I think we like it very much, but it'll be even nicer as time goes by.
It's great now. It's you know what? It's as huggable as your Cab Sav.
Well, thank you.
And I just want to say that I hope that you listeners have enjoyed this episode with Frank at Commisso. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And be sure to visit the show notes for Spill the Wine so that you can find out more about the winery. And we will have links to their website as well as to their social media, so you can check out Commisso. And if you're in the area, come and visit. It's absolutely fantastic. Also, be sure to follow Spill the Wine and like it. And also, if you have any suggestions for things you would like us to do in the future, then send us an email. It's podcastspillthewine@gmail.com. Again, that's podcastspillthewine@gmail.com. Now fill your glass and get ready for the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.